Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Let's see how this angle works. I'm still trying to find the right angle. So I hope everyone is doing okay. Dinner time. I'm excited tonight. I'm excited every night. It doesn't take much to get me excited. I hope everyone is doing okay. So, I was able to shop a little in the thrift stores, and things were going good. One of the things I bought, I like to buy watches and jewelry, and this is a nice watch. This is old Cassini, and it's got a lizard band, but this is like a classic style. It's got a little, I think it's an artificial diamond, but it resembles a Cartier watch, so that makes it desirable. It's really nice. I have to be careful because I have it listed. So I got that today. And then I'm getting somewhere on the books, I think. Okay, I got this book. This is really a nice book. It's sold for $35 in the US. It's not a really good book for selling because there's quite a few listed, and it's better to find books that don't have a lot, that are expensive books like this. But when I was leafing through it, look at this. Now this is really good. This is what I'm looking for, corn cakes. Let me give you a shot of the recipe. I'm going to post this on my Twitter. I've been hearing a lot of people are dropping their social media. I'm not dropping mine. I change it up. Look, here's a picture of me when I was a hairstylist. This was one of the first nice shops I worked in, Backstreet Hair Designs. And this was one of my coworkers, Michael. And this was my neighbor, Larry. Larry, look at Larry. Larry was handsome. So I thought you guys might like to see one of the pictures. So, I'm excited to make these corn pancakes. So all you need is 1 cup corn, but I'm using canned corn. I'm making half a batch. 1 cup corn kernels from 2 ears of fresh corn. So, 1 ear of corn would be a half cup, so I have a quarter, and it says to put it in the food processor, but what I did, I just chopped it with my spatula. And then you need 1 large beaten egg, so I have half a beaten egg. 1 egg is a 1/4 cup, so you just measure out a 1/8 cup. Then it calls for 1 cup buttermilk. So I just used evaporated milk, a half a cup, and I made it into buttermilk with lemon juice. I tried 1.5 cups or 1.5 caps, but then it didn't seem sour enough, so I added another cap. Then it calls for 3/4 cup cornmeal and 1/4 cup flour. So what I did is I just measured, where is that? A half a cup of Jiffy cornbread mix. I started stockpiling that. Then it calls for 1 tablespoon sugar. So I have half a tablespoon of sugar. I like this recipe. It's everything you have. It calls for 1 teaspoon baking powder and 1 teaspoon salt. So I'll be using a half, maybe not quite a half of salt. That seems like a lot. And what else? And then you need 6 tablespoons of butter, and I didn't take that out, so luckily I have it right here. So I need 3 tablespoons butter. So I'm just going to add my sugar to the milk so I can melt my butter a little bit in the And then you need oil for frying. And it's got a nice, with tomatoes and fried sage, but I am going to have pancake syrup on mine. So what I'm trying to find is, I am trying, 1, 2, 3. And I'll just melt this real quick. Okay, so now I will put the half a teaspoon of baking powder in my milk and the sugar. Have you ever, and then it calls for a half a teaspoon of salt, but I'm just going to add about this much. It's a little under. Oh, I better check my sausages. Ooh, yummy, my sausages look good. My sausages are done. Yummy. I bought sausages 24 for a little under. Oh, now my butter, really, really hot. Haste makes waste. This seems like a good way to slip in when frying. Okay, so I put the dry ingredients, the sugar, the baking powder, and the salt in my, this is supposed to be buttermilk, because have you ever made something and you got a big bite of baking soda or salt? Okay, so now, where's my bowl? Okay, so I'm going to add my corn. You could probably use cream corn, but it calls for corn. And this is the egg, 1/2 egg. I figured I could use the Jiffy cornbread mix, because if you look on the package, it says ingredients were wheat, flour, and cornmeal. So I thought that's good enough. I'm sure it's going to work. Okay. And then I'm going to add my butter. I wanted to add that before the... And now I'm going to add my milk and all my salt and everything. I'm excited to try this. It's good to have a lot of corn recipes in case of some kind of food shortage. So what I'm trying to do now is prepare just in case, you know, things ever got really bad. And so you would have a bunch of these good recipes that aren't very expensive under your belt. And now I'm going to add the Jiffy corn mix. I think it needs a little bit more. Ooh, probably because I didn't use flour. So let me get a little, I think I'm going to add a little flour. Where is my flour? Just so nothing goes wrong with my pancakes, my corn cakes. I will just add a little bit at a time until I think it looks good. More than that. I have found that if your pancake mix is too thick, okay, now it's starting to look better. Too thick or too thin, that doesn't fry up as easily or as well. I'm going to add a tiny bit more baking powder. It called for 1 teaspoon because this seems like a lot. I'm glad I only made a half because this is probably going to make at least 6 pancakes. Depends. Okay, now this is looking better. See? I think it could still be a little thicker. There's a lot of good recipes in this book. All right, let's see if this is ready. Okay, so what I want to do is just try a little and see if it's ready. It's not ready. Okay, so now. Okay, let me give you another shot of the... this picture reminds me of one time I had this money-making scheme, and this is one of the blouses that I bought, and you know, it was supposed to be making money, but I ended up keeping everything. Kind of like these cookbooks. Okay, now it's starting to fry up. So let's go over here. Wow, I made a big mess. When you make stuff for the first time, it's always a bit on the messy side, I've found. Okay. Because you don't know what you're doing. You never made this before. And also, I found small pancakes to be a bit easier to handle. So, let's try a little one. I use this non-stick pan in hopes. I made corn cakes before, and you cannot have the heat too high or they will burn very easily. So I have a lot left. I'd say this is going to make a lot of pancakes. Maybe I can fit one more in here. Okay, yummy. Let me get my pancake syrup. They might be a little bit different because I used Jiffy instead of cornmeal because I have that Jiffy mix in the refrigerator, but I think it will be fine. Let me give you a close-up of the recipe. I noticed that the print is very, very little, you know. I'm going to give you a shot of the tomato, here it is, if you want to make the salsa part. That might be really good. But what I wanted to do was, I want to give you a shot of the recipe too. This is really a nice cookbook. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to be selling. I can see why they don't do this on the Food Network. Just in case you guys get a chance. Uh-oh, I better attend to my pancakes. Well, it's not sticking. Uh-oh. That one's not quite ready. Ooh, that looks good. This one's not quite ready to flip. Yummy. I must have, let's see, I have the heat on medium. I'll eat the baby one. I'll tell you how it is. If I can. Oh, baby one needs it a few more minutes. Let me check this one now. I find these sausages from Walmart to be good. I like them. You get 24 for $8 and something cents. I think they're better than the Lynx. I have always, ooh, the pancakes are good. And I have this, a half a batch is going to make at least 6. So it makes a lot. I noticed in the dollar stores the syrup is getting a lot smaller. Ooh, yummy. This looks good. Now, let's try one. Yummy. You know, since I've never made this before, you know, probably the next time it would come out. Why can't I find a fork? It would come out a lot better next time. It's not good. Oh well. Just gonna have to go forkless. That's kind of uncivilized. Yummy. That is delicious, you guys. Okay, let's see if I can maneuver back to my... Okay, so now. So these are good. You gotta try these sausages. These taste really good. I over fried mine, but they still taste good. Then I had half a batch of pie crust. So what I did is I had a round cookie cutter and I had some peach jam, and then I just put jam and in the middle and cinnamon and sugar on the top. So here it is. Yummy. Dollar Tree. So this is a cheap meal, you guys. Really cheap. Okay, one more thing. Oh, take a look at this. Every single one is sprouting. I want to encourage you guys, try to get yourself a little garden growing. Okay, now, even though I have plenty of food, I still want to stockpile. So I bought 2 more of these. Thank you, always in my dreams. Those really came in handy. I bought 2 tomato sauces. What I like to do, and I learned this from Jan from New York City, Saves Money. I make beet balls, and when they're done, I drizzle them with the tomato sauce and grated mozzarella cheese. You ought to try that. Then I bought 2 of these. This is a bad thing to run out of. Also, if any of you noticed the Walmart brand, if you get the sensitive, which I did, I never noticed, you only get 4.5 ounces. But if you buy this one, you get 6 ounces. And then the Walmart hair conditioner for these packets is $1.50. And it's better than the dollar store one. The eggs were really good. These don't expire until the 7th of May. And then I decided to go ahead and buy, I'm trying this thing to buy a little bit better quality food since my food is cheap anyway. And so you get 60 pieces if you buy this for $10. So you figure that's about 14 cents. If you buy the 10 to 12 pack, you're paying about 20 cents. And this is better cheese. And so what I will do is I will divide this up and I will freeze it. So I'm, going to have cheese. One of the things that you might run out of is cheese or milk or eggs. And then the face cream, if you get a couple of those, couple extra. And try this. This is good. You will like it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.